Because for the first time, an active NBA player will be playing in a Big 3 game, and it is just so happens to be the richest player in the NBA. And Jaylen Brown.
Throw that in there.
He's unbelievable. You know, he's a definite baller. The reason why he wants to play in this league is because the values align with each other, and he wants to play basketball. And he's been to a game. He sees how Cube runs this league. If you play basketball, why would you not want to be a part of this?
Could this be a trend? I mean, it's something, it's an all-star game. Maybe it's not the game itself, but having players to come in on the back end, support Ice Cube, but also the players that are playing in different format. I love it.
Yeah, this is a decorated player. Two-time All-Star, All-NBA. Hey, look, he signed just recently the richest contract in NBA history and just did it in July. And speaking of Jaylen Brown, he's with Brian Scalabrine.
All right, I'm here with Jaylen Brown, and I should ask him first. If Brian and Jimmy were in the exact same sport code, they didn't let me know on the memo, like, should I be offended by that? He said, yeah. Guys, I'll send it back to you and your matching sport codes.
I have stripes in mine, sir. Sorry.
Let's take a look at the rosters there. Brought to you by PNC Bank. Sure I can. Here's Team Big. Nancy, let's start with Team Big and Charles Oakley.
Well, this is a pretty darn good team. You know, they're going to have, as you said, Jaylen, but Ryan Carter is pretty much unstoppable with the basketball. This is a really good team, offensive and defensively.
And in Team 3, coached by the Iceman, George Gervin.
Yeah, a little bit different. Jason Richardson, of course, going to get buckets. Glenn Rice Jr., but about the speed and quickness in the backcourt with Leandro Barbosa and the scoring power of Jody makes enough. Don't forget about Joe Green, high flyer.
Well, if you're unfamiliar with the Big 3, here are the rules that you need. Okay. So Gerald Green and Jaylen Brown will be going at it here. Hey, look, they were teammates Jaylen's rookie year. Gerald Green told me it was all about giving him the knowledge to be a great player, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
He's the captain of the Ball Hawks. Number 19, Leandro Barbosa.
What's that? All right.
Number 23, Jason Richardson.
How many we got? I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Is that better?
Oh, 11 minutes?
You go with me.
Oh, yeah, let me hit that bat. Because we ain't getting no break, right? Is that what you're saying? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Let me go, TT. I'll be right back.
Just we talked about Robin.
BIG3 players to play in a BIG3 game. 6'6" out of California. Number 7, Jaylen Brown. He played 19 seasons in the NBA. He was an All-Star in 1994 and named to the All-Defensive First Team. Over his decade in New York, he was a fan favorite versus our Dos Puppets. He's the head coach for Team Big Charles.
I'm back. Oh, man. He said, I'm Jaylen Brown, man. Someone said, all right, John, let's have a good one, my brother.
Let's go, baby. Everybody have a good one.
Yeah.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome today's main individuals about the area. Charles Rubio, Ian G. McCuddy, and Gertie Gemling.
What's that? What is that? Okay. All right. Yeah, you can just write it down. Yep. YouTube, everybody in trouble. Oh, man.
What? Did they at least send you some fish and chips? You guys. Oh, man. That was worse.
Jaylen. Great Jaylen. Hey, I got a martini. I got a espresso martini back there too. I think I got an espresso machine.
Welcome to London, England. The Big Three has come across the pond. We've traveled across the Tower Bridge to the world-famous O2 Arena. And it's a historic day. We've got a special guest who's making his Big Three debut, and it's next on CBS. Welcome to the O2 Arena in London, England. It's the 2023 Big Three All-Star Game as Team Big takes on Team 3. Here's a look at what we've got coming up here on CBS. It is the Big Three All-Star Game followed by the Big Three Championship Game as the enemies take on the triplets. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Custer alongside my partner, Jim Jackson. We got the Hall of Fame coach of power, Nancy Lieberman, as well. And we're about to see some of the best players from the Big Three participate in this All-Star Game. And it's a historic day because we're not going to see just any type of player. We're also going to see, for the first time, an active NBA player participate in the Big Three. Two-time All-Star and a guy who just signed the richest contract in NBA history.
You know, it's kind of cool when two things align, and what Jaylen Brown believes in and the Big Three believes in, they are one, and he wanted to be here. We are so happy to have him participate. And he's a baller. He just wants to play with really good players.
But his actions speak louder than his words when he's talking about giving back to the community, how he respects the Big Three. A lot of these players that he knew kind of growing up, now his actions are backing that up, and that's a big reason why he's here this afternoon.
All right, and of course, Jaylen Brown, two-time All-NBA, two-time All-Star. Again, just this past July, signed a $300 million contract, the richest contract in NBA history. Of course, a member of the Boston Celtics.
So I know you mentioned this right here, the contract part. That was a big thing people talked about. Well, why did Jaylen Brown get 304? Because it's all about market, okay? And what you value is, and teams value. Speaking of value, our valuable asset with Brian Scalabrine has Ice Cube and Jaylen Brown.
Thanks, Jim. All right, everybody wants to know, JB, why play today?
Having some fun with charity, giving back to the community, and support. That's it.
When you found out Jaylen Brown was playing, what were you thinking?
I was blown away. You know, I was saying, asking him, was he sure he wanted to make this move? He was like, yo, I want to do this for the game, for the players, and it's a big move for the league. So, I'm excited. This guy's my hero right now.
Definitely you guys do things on the court, but also the mutual respect off the court. What keeps you guys continuing to do those type of things?
Yes, sir. This is amazing being in this environment. Shout out to London, shout out to the O2. Excited to get back to charity, excited to be a part of this, and I appreciate you, Ice Cube.
Hey, man, we're blessed to be in a position where we can give back. Me being able to set the stage for the greatest athletes in the world, hey, man, just call me the chef.
So we'll see you in a Celtic jersey this year?
Wait a minute now.
All right, guys, I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, I don't think his love for Los Angeles would like that. Here's a look at the rosters presented by PNC Bank. Charles Oakley, he's the coach of Team Big, and of course Jaylen Brown will be one of those members on his team. And then you get to the other team, Team 3. They're coached by the Iceman, George Gerving, and you can see Jason Richardson, Glenn Rice Jr., Gerald Green, just some of the players on Team 3. Gerald Green, Jaylen Brown, they go way back. In fact, Jaylen's rookie season, Gerald Green was a vet. It was his second time around with the Celtics. If you're unfamiliar with the Big Three, here are the rules. First team to 50, you win the game, but you got to win by 2. And there's the 4-point shot. It's innovative. It always keeps you in the game. Of course, no game clock, but there is a 14-second shot clock, so no playing around. Here we go. The Big Three All-Star game as Barbosa gives it to his teammate Jody Meeks. Jason Richardson for 3, and it's no good.
I got a question for Nancy. Coaching in a game like this, Nancy, preparation-wise, you don't have a lot of time, but you have some outstanding players. What's your mindset? What do you talk to the players about?
Well, the mindset is clearly we want to win anytime we step on the floor, but they know how to play the game. They understand the cuts in 3-on-3. It's just basic basketball, how we started.
And it's Team Big with the first 2. Jody Meeks, the triple's good. It's Team 3 knocks down a 3-pointer. They're up 1.
I thought it was a year for the ball hawks. I picked him at the beginning of the year, came up a little bit short. I thought the dynamic backcourt of Jody Meeks and Leandro Barbosa would propel them to their first playoff appearance. Came up a little bit short, Nancy.
Yeah, I thought you're absolutely right. It's the best team that Rick Barry has ever had. Same thing with George Gervin. I thought, Ghost Ballers, it was their best year.
Barbosa drives the baseline to kick out to Richardson, guarded by Jaylen Brown. 3's no good. Earl Clark grabs the board. Clark backing down Barbosa. Kicks it out to Jaylen Brown. Looked at the 3 and the shot clock, and he'll pull it. It's short. Here's Jody Meeks. Count that 3.
We saw a lot of that during the course of the season. Jody, coming in, he was known as a shooter. But I think throughout the Big Three, his time here, he's shown his ability not just to shoot the basketball, but to put it on the deck and attack the paint.
Earl Clark going for the pass, knocked away. Yeah, certainly this game has gotten a lot of attention. How about LL Cool J? And loving what Jaylen Brown is doing here. As he backs down Meeks, hits the double team to Frank Nitti. Meeks, he's already hit 1 3.
Yeah, it's going to take a minute for these guys, even though they've been doing this all season, to kind of get their rhythm in shooting. And certainly your legs, some of them are still a little jet lagged.
Barbosa back to Meeks, and Meeks knocks down another three. And Team 3 up 9-2 here. Again, first team to 25. We go to the half, and Charles Oakley is going to call a timeout and talk to Team Big. We'll be back in 30 seconds. It's the Big 3 All-Star Game.
The Big 3 Monster Energy on League.
Nine to 2. It's the Big 3 All-Star Game. Hey, tomorrow the action continues on CBS. Don't miss more competition, crazy drama, and just outrageous personalities. New episodes of Big Brother and The Challenge USA. That's tomorrow after 60 minutes right here on CBS. Team Big down 7 to Team 3. Jaylen Brown of the Celtics making history. First active NBA player playing in a Big 3 game. And he's yet to get on the board.
You got to understand what that really means, though. I mean, because it's been some back and forth between the NBA and also, you know, Ice Cube in the league, and we all understand it. But for Jaylen to step out of his comfort zone, step out of his comfort zone, and he's talking about being an advocate. He's a part of the union, and do this. I mean, really do this in a big-time way. I think speaks to the volumes of which he respects not only the league, but I think more importantly, Ice Cube means.
Well, you're absolutely right. And anytime you see somebody like Ice Cube, first, he's a black-owned business. Why wouldn't you support something that means so much to the community? This is a part of DEI.
Well, you remember when he signed that contract, he talked about trying to bring a Black Wall Street to Boston. He said this fits his mission. He's a black-owned business. Everything he's doing here, he says, I'm giving to charity and giving back. So absolutely, it parallels the values that he has and the league has.
And it's going to be matched, whatever he gives to charity here in London to the kids, it's going to be matched by the Big 3. And that's what you want. You want excitement, but you want people who actually care about other people.
Here's Meeks. Oh, nice finger roll.
Yeah, somebody going for the MVP right now.
13-4 as Jody Meeks and Team 3 are rolling. It's the Big 3 All-Star Game. We're in jolly old England. We'll be right back.
The 2023 Big 3 All-Star Game is sponsored by Taco Bell.
We're in the O2 Arena, and this world-famous venue has been home to some of the biggest events in the world. How about 2007? You know, Prince played to a sold-out crowd 21 times here. And then in 2012, the United States men's basketball team won the gold medal over Spain right here in this venue.
It's beautiful. I mean, I've had a chance to go all over town and meet people, but I keep going back to 6 years, guys, of the Big 3 and what they've done for players. Have played internationally, NBA, extended careers of coaches, made Hall of Famers, be Hall of Famers.
I don't think people understand how difficult the challenges, what challenges are ahead or that you have to face to start a league. And all the intricate details that it takes to bring it to a London to be able to get to this point. I mean, 6 years they learned so much, and Mike Taylor, of course, is going to be theatrical, but the lessons that Cube and his, counterparts and his staff have learned to continue to improve and grow the league.
And just shows you just how talented this league is, because now you've got so many great young athletes here, part of this thing. The action is more intense, it's faster, it's being seen over 50 countries now.
Yes.
And now you got the people in London, they want it. You know, people in Australia, they want the Big 3 to come to our country and see that. It just shows how this league has progressed. And we've got our first challenge here, bring the fire. Listen, when you, in the Big 3, if you don't like a call, you can challenge it and use that Taco Bell, bring the fire, and basically, that player who got fouled can go one-on-one. If he scores, he gets the points. If not, the defense gets the stop, they get the basketball.
It's actually a really great rule and brought a lot of interesting, when do you use it? As a coach, you get it once a half, use it or lose it.
And Jody Meeks comes up empty as the Hesse God gets the stop. Meeks, by the way, with 11 points of the 13 for Team 3 so far.
Nancy, I think you brought up a great point. At first, when you got it, how long did it take you to look at the strategic side of when to use it?
Yeah, it's a great question, because as a coach, you talk to your players. Your players will say, hey, hit the buzzer. And it's been great for us with team power. But I just absolutely love it. And it does change it. If you have a matchup, a big and a little.
Ryan Carter hanging and scoring. They call him the Hesse God. Here's Gerald Green. Step back three. Glenn Rice Jr. Nancy knows him well. Throws a dime to Jody Meeks. Jody Meeks now with 13 points.
I'm telling you. Some players out to get the MVP. And Jody right now is on a roll.
Jonathan Simmons spinning. Shot no good. Here's Gerald Green.
Well, you could run transition on 3-on-3 basketball all the time. And so this is a matchup that Glenn Rice just loves.
Back down to Hesse. God missed it. Here's Mike Taylor. He'll pull it from the corner. Green. Good Hesse. To Rice. Rice foul. And one.
He's looking at a slow man's game, but he really knows how to manipulate the ball when he gets into the air.
But it proves you don't have to be the most athletic. I remember playing with Boris Diaw. Played, of course, San Antonio and Phoenix. He wasn't the most athletic player, but he understood how to get to his spots. He made plays, and Glenn Rice Jr. kind of does it, not as big as Boris, but does the same thing.
Well, the great shooters know how to get to their spots on the floor where they're comfortable.
He completes the free throw. 1 for 2. Jaylen Brown is checked back in for Team Big. Down 8.
This is good for Oakley. Get him in the game, get him a bucket, let him just feel comfortable with what he's doing. And basically, he just got off a plane a day ago.
Yeah. Hesse knocks down the triple.
You're talking about a transformation. How about the first 2 games, Ryan Carter kind of figuring out how to play it in this league, struggled, but ever since week 3, He was, in line for MVP candidate as well.
Well, I asked him. I said, "How many guys know your name is Ryan Carter?"
Right.
Because you go by Hezzy God, and you've just taken this league and turned it on its head.
Simmons off the board, no good. Here's Gerald Green. His three's no good. Back to Simmons. Jaylen Brown spinning! And stripped by Gerald Green.
And you get a crowd, too. They're waiting for Jaylen to get that first basket. And, if you're an NBA defender or an opponent, you've seen plenty of moves like this by Jaylen.
How about George Gervin? He's like, nah, that was no foul. He wants to see it. He wants to see it.
No. Welcome to the league.
Look at Jaylen right now. He looked at Mike Taylor like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
What are we
What's
doing?
going on?
Yeah. And look at the smile on his face.
He's smiling now like, oh, okay, I get it. I got to go one-on-one now.
Look, the two forward teammates.
Yes.
The vet versus the rook.
Yes.
How about this?
Hey, who was your vet, by the way?
It was Derek Harper.
All right.
And you know how Derek Harper was.
Absolutely. Everybody has to have a vet. I had a vet on the Olympic team, Lucy Harris.
Right.
But this is awesome. You can see Jaylen going like, what am I doing here?
Coach George Gervin smiled. I got a big smile on his face.
I love it. We talked about this earlier. Rookie year in the Celtics. Gerald Green was his vet. Here's the Taco Bell. Bring the fire. Up and under. Brown shoots it. No. But he got the foul.
He got the foul, right?
So he gets the points. He gets the points because he drew the foul on Gerald Green.
So smart to get him up in the air. What's this? Let's see. I've played against you before. I got the bump. That's the free play right there.
14-18. First team to 25. We go to the half.
So I want to ask you guys, when Jaylen was talking about Wall Street, what do you think he really wants to be able to do with his wealth and help other people have wealth?
Well, he wants to support black businesses. He wants to bring jobs, opportunities, he thinks, to the Boston area and encourage it. And he said that was one of the main reasons why he said, I'm going to play in the Big Three.
Well, you have to truly understand the history and the essence of Black Wall Street, because honestly, we talk about the one in Tulsa. It was one in Wilmington, North Carolina before that also got destroyed. The essence was education, healthcare, banking. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, there's the Hezzy God. That's why he's going to Hezzy God, not Ryan Carter.
I love it. To finish my point, it was healthcare, it was banking, it was retail, it was housing and quality education, all that was in the black neighborhood at the time, supported by black people.
Yeah.
And that in itself is what Jaylen Brown is talking about, the totality of what Black Wall Street means, not just in incremental numbers, but the totality of it.
And I think for me, Black Wall Street would mean,
Brown for
as
three.
he just nails that three, that we want to have the influence of white people to be able to come together to help build the black community and the business values.
What it's all about. Giving back. Brown snags that board. Lost it. Rice had it, lost it. Barbosa lays it in. So now team three just a point away from going to the half.
I think the thing that you coming into this league, you don't understand. This is like pickup basketball. If a ball's deflected or it's an air ball, you put it right back up. You don't have to clear it.
But the physicality, I think, also is another factor in when players first enter the league. They may have seen it, but you don't experience it. So normally you're accustomed to getting a certain foul, being in a certain position. But in this league, a lot more leeway is given to the defense or to the defender than it is the offensive player at times.
Here's Carter, the three, no good. Glenn Rice Jr. to Gerald Green for three, yes! And team three, up 27-19 as we go to the half. What a half for team three, led by Jody Meeks. They're up by 8. Speaking of Jody Meeks, he's with the White Mamba himself, Brian Scalabrine.
Jody, Jim Jackson said you were going for that MVP. He said you're playing like it. You're not playing this like a typical All-Star game.
Man, every time I step in between the lines, I just play to win. So as long as I win, I don't care.
Really, you played against Jaylen Brown before. He went to go stick you, and you hit him with a few jumpers early. What are you expecting in the second half?
Well, we both from Atlanta, man, so it's a little not sibling, but rivalry, young fella to old fellas. But trying to do the same thing. They're going to get a little bit more aggressive. We got to win.
All right, good luck second half.
Jody Meeks, he's got 13. Jaylen Brown, he's got 5, including this step back 3. It's the first half, 27-19. We'll be back.
Microsoft Surface seat upgrade. Congratulations to this beautiful couple. They came from up top all the way down to the floor. Courtesy of Microsoft. It's all Microsoft.
Off the Jody Meeks package, I'm going to ask something to Scal based off that interview.
All right.
On the back end of it.
Scal, you ready?
Jody's playing great. You got to think the ratings in Boston are going to be sky high just to see how their guy is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You said the Louvre.
Look at you.
You've been
No,
here
he's
way too
having
long.
sleep.
Here he comes.
He's back, better than ever.
Back and better than ever.
Right.
Light on his toes.
That's an oxymoron.
Look at it.
So I didn't know about the Black Wall Street in Carolinas. I had never heard of that.
Wilmington. I started doing research on the whole thing back probably in 07. A lot of research on it.
What happened?
We got destroyed. White people destroyed. Same thing.
But this can work.
Big 3 All-Star game from London, England, inside the O2 Arena. Time now for the Prize Picks entry of the day. Let's take a look at 2 of the most popular projections from today's championship game, which follows this All-Star game. Jordan Crawford, Joe Johnson, 2 of the most prolific scorers in the Big 3. 3 and 4 respectively in the league when it comes to scoring. All you got to do is download the Prize Pick app. Play along with the official daily fantasy partner of the Big 3. Brian Custer alongside Jim Jackson, Power and Hall of Fame coach Nancy Lieberman. So we've seen our first action here in the first half. There's been a lot of Jody Meeks, and we've seen some Jaylen Brown as well.
Jody Meeks has come out just really being aggressive, looking to score the basketball. This is what he does, and you can see if nobody's going to press up on him, he's going to keep looking for that shot.
He can score, he can do a lot of things, but what's interesting about Jody Meeks, at the end of the first half, Brian Scalabrine interviewed him, and Scal, the typical line of a player, right? You know he going for the MVP, but he said, you know, I just want to win. It don't matter. How many times have we heard the political answer?
No, he definitely going for the MVP. He come out. You see how he tried to get those first 3 buckets to start the game? Free money out there. Free money.
But you talked about Jody. You know, he's a professional scorer.
No, he is.
But he cuts so hard from the weak side, and he's a tremendous rebounder for a guard in this league.
Hey, Scal, you know, you obviously spent a lot of time with the Siege. You won a championship with the Celtics. What does that say about this organization when you got a guy like Jaylen Brown, the kind of contract he has, and that he's out here playing?
He loves to play, and it's going to be a big year for Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Marcus Smart was like the emotional leader of that team with his departure to Memphis. I think that role is going to be filled with Brown and Tatum, and I think that's the biggest thing that those guys could do to make the Celtics have that next level of a kind of season.
And he comes right out and knocks down that jumper over Glenn Rice Jr.
To kind of put a nail on that one, with Jaylen getting that big contract, and you know Jaylen probably as well as anybody, any extra pressure that he puts on himself, or does he just continue to do what Jaylen Brown does?
You cannot allow the contract to dictate pressure on you. It has to be a privilege to be able to make that type of money. But he knew before that he had to come with the goods with Tatum on this Celtic team.
Brown backing down Barbosa, spinning. Shots no good, rebound, Glenn Rice Jr. Here's Gerald Green going and attacking the hoop.
You know, these guys are playing hard, but they're also enjoying themselves, which they should. And they just love being on this floor.
Here's Frank Nitti into Earl Clark. Clark knocked away by Barbosa, but there's a foul. And with Jaylen Brown, Jim, could you see him setting precedent now? But because you see guys playing in the Drew League and all these different leagues in the summer, like saying, hey, well, you know what? Maybe I can play in the Big 3 here.
Maybe it may be an appearance, maybe not the whole time, but play on a specific team because of a coach or a player that you're, familiar with, to come in and play a game or two. Definitely in the All-Star game like this would be great, or a celebrity game to come and play. But it has to start somewhere. And Jaylen is the anomaly right now, and I know probably had to get a lot of clearance to do this, but he pushed the agenda, and at the end of the day, it was his decision on what he wanted to do. And it's just overall great for the league.
He's got 9 points. Here's Gerald Green again with the left hand.
But I think what you guys are saying is so true. You know, guys play in the Drew League to stay in shape. They play in Jamal Crawford's league,
crossover.
Up in Seattle. And to be able to come out here 1 or 2 times and just play with the physicality, the cutting, that's what basketball is 3-on-3. There's never 10 guys on one side of the floor.
Gerald Green knocks down the free throw.
And it also speaks to the respect that Jaylen has for Ice Cube.
Absolutely.
Because if Ice Cube is not sitting across the court with us, I don't know if Jaylen Brown is here.
31-23 is the score again. First team to 50 wins this, but you gotta win by 2. And there's Ice Cube, who even said at the top of the broadcast, Jaylen Brown is his hero for coming out and playing. Brown sets the screen for Nitti. Back to Brown, corner 3. Rolls off.
I'm surprised we haven't seen any more or any of the, that's a 3-point attempt, but 4-point shots yet. All-Star game, you kind of see a lot of those type of shots early when guys would try it.
Oh, it's gonna come. They're gonna shoot.
It's gonna come?
Absolutely, because the first year in the league, virtually nobody shot that shot. There's a lot of guys who have taken 2 or 3 in a game and made them.
Earl Clark spinning and winning, lays it in.
That was good defense by Gerald Green too.
Lead is 9.
Earl Clark, a little tricky with it, up and under. He was so valuable for Trilogy. This year. Just offensively and defensively, a hard guard, Nancy.
Green again over Jaylen Brown.
Because he's so big and he's long and he's in great shape. He's been playing overseas. And since he came to Trilogy, its game has gone to another level.
12-point lead for Team 3, and Gerald Green is getting warm. Knocks down this triple. He's got a couple of them, and they've got a 12-point lead. In London, England, good look at the London Eye. Standing over 440 feet tall. You can make sure you follow the Big 3 basketball all across the social media platforms. Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Jaylen Brown making a historic debut. First active NBA player to play in a Big 3 game. Here's a look at what he's done so far. Jaylen Brown now with 9 points in this All-Star game. For a 8 from the field, shooting 50%. And also has got 5 rebounds. Talking with his former teammate Gerald Green from their days with the Boston Celtics. Here's Brown now, guarded by his vet. Hits Earl Clark on the wing, and he knocks down the jumper. Lead is 10.
Yeah, talk about the versatility of Earl Clark. Right there, showing right out the box, right out the timeout. Easy pass from Brown. Clark, 3-ball.
Gerald Green has scored the last 13 for Team 3.
He helped in a little bit, which Jay Rich did. It allowed Clark just to stand, spot it up, Nancy let it go.
Yeah, he's just so good at that when he gets his feet set, and if you don't put a hand up, he's going to make it.
Barbosa. Pass knocked away. Jason Richardson got it and lays it in. I think Gerald Green tweaked a little something. He's going to ask to come out.
Did he grab his hammy?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Jonathan Simmons, Mike Taylor will check in.
Barbosa is just so quick. And Jay Rich getting better every season he's in this league.
Jaylen Brown looks up at the shot clock. Driving on Meeks. Kicks it out to Simmons. Extra pass to Taylor. Taylor's got to get it up. And it's a shot clock violation.
You know, it's still so cool to be out here in London. They're getting a chance to see professional basketball at its best with the Big Three. People around town were pretty much talking about it. I was on everything, the tube, I was on the Uber boat, I was on the gondola, I walked, and people were generally excited about the Big Three coming to town.
There's an Uber boat?
Yeah, I was on the Uber boat, took me all around. I've been to Buckingham Palace, I've been to Big Ben. Glenn Rice thought it was Roethlisberger. I said I saw Big Ben today. He goes, Roethlisberger?
Right.
Oh, I love it.
You know, a friend of mine also took the ride on that boat. It's like a 2-hour ride. Like you just see everything.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
People coming from work. Can you imagine not getting on a train or being stuck in rush hour traffic and just get on the boat and come back?
How about that? Here's Mike Taylor. Did you get fish and chips on the boat?
They had it. Yes, they did.
I was about to say, they got them everywhere.
And Tattoo was on the boat. He offered to buy me a drink. Matter of fact, he did buy me a drink.
Did he? Yeah, see, that's what I would have skipped the fish and chips. I'd have went straight for like the drink.
I think it was a cranberry vodka.
No, yeah, so let me ask you a question. Was anybody smoking on there? You know, I got to have a cigar if I'm on there.
There were nobody smoking. I didn't see anybody.
Got to change that.
See, God lays it in. 10-point lead for Team 3. Now 9 points away from victory. Here's Meeks, turns the corner, throws it up for Jay Rich.
Wow.
Still showing some bops right there off the vertical.
Man, it's hard to guard guys in motion.
Yeah. I think that was the toughest thing about guarding Leandro and Jody Meeks. Both can beat you off the dribble, but they were both excellent of not just standing. Cutting back door, off of pass, quickly outlet it. They're able to cut and get some easy baskets. A tough backcourt to kind of contain.
Well, you think you're there, but you're really not, because you're standing and they're in motion moving. It's impossible.
Well, once you get beat too, you don't have that backside help because there's only 3-on-3.
Simmons misses. Richardson the board. Here comes Meeks. Downhill, high off the glass and lays it in.
So, you know, you look at a guy like Ryan Clark, he's been trying to get into this league for like 2 or 3 years. You know, his reputation's his reputation, and then all of a sudden, you know, one man's tragedy, you know, Briscoe having to go to China, is one man's gold. And he took advantage of his opportunity, and he has just flourished.
Well, he could have easily, after not being picked before, just given up on it and said, I'm not going to do it again. But I don't think that's in his DNA. And since he believes so much in himself, and like you said with Isaiah Briscoe, you know, playing overseas, it opened it up for him. Oh!
Jason Richardson!
Signature.
3 points away from victory. Now it's Team 3. Time for our Hyundai shot of the day in the game. How about Jason? You talk about some bops.
Still got it. You know, and we saw a lot of that with Jay Rich coming out of Michigan State, of course, in the NBA with the Suns and a couple other teams. But Jay, consummate pro Golden State Warriors, was really made his money.
Yeah, he's a 2-time All-Star in the NBA.
Slam dunk champ.
Earl Clark from the corner. Lead is 10. This is game point coming for Team 3. A 3 and it's over. Jay Rich. Oh, blocked by Clark.
Guess who? Guess
Jody
who?
Meeks!
Oh, guess
No!
who? It'd have been right on money with Jody. Oh, out of bounds. Jody gets another chance. Hey, Scal, your boy Jody got another chance.
This guy has been a defensive stalwart, defensive player of the year 2 years in a row.
Aaron Paz and Team Big will get another crack to chip away at this lead. Frank Nitti into Clark. Clark, sidestep three. Simmons, offensive board, back to Clark.
I thought he was going to turn that over. I thought he was going to turn that one over.
Jimmy, the give and go.
Again, the quick shot.
It's recession proof.
It really is, especially in this game, too. Did you find, too, talking to your players, you guys did an excellent job of this. Rebound, quick outlet, go into something.
Transition, get the rebound, somebody sprints to the corner, it's swing, and the person can either, kind of spot up under the rim, but swing, attack.
Here's Rice. This is game point coming for Team 3. Haynes, off the glass, no, tipped out. Meeks has it. Meeks for the win! Too strong! And it will go to Team Big. Frank Nitti spins. Oh, no! And a foul on Jason Richardson.
I'd hit the.
Did he? Here it comes. Here it comes. You
Come on,
called it.
George. Come on, class of 96.
He does not like that call. He wants Frank Nitti to earn it. And that means the Taco Bell bring the fire.
Perfect time.
You know the deal. You can challenge a shooting foul. And that means this player's got to go one-on-one. He scores it, you get the points. If not, defense gets the stop, they get the basketball. Here's Nitti. Fades short.
That's good defense.
Oh, you see the old school defense?
Yeah, he bodied up on him.
Played
Chested
the angle.
him.
Didn't give him a lot of space to work with, but kind of beat him to the spot, influence him. Look, Jason's
right there.
Not going for anything. Just staying down, staying solid, knowing that, Frank Nitti is quicker.
And he's got multiple moves, so just stay down.
Did you find, and I found this too, the offensive player, when they made a quick move and didn't play with the defender, had a better chance of scoring?
Yes, just straight line drive, a little pump fake, and then once you're inside the restricted area and you pump fake once or twice, now you're going to have something going for you.
Jay Rich. The three is no good. Meeks tried to track it down.
Looked like the volleyball team tried to bang it back.
So Team Big once again will be inbounding. Down 8. Nitti to Simmons, extra pass to Clark from the corner. And Meeks wide open, top of the key. The floater, left it short.
Can't get it. They can't. 3 points, but can they capitalize right now?
Nitti missed everything. Jason Richardson lays it in. Now, Team 3 a point away.
Yeah, they've been so close. You got to at least hit the rim on that so they can't just put it back.
See if they go for a 4. Simmons for 3. Yes.
We know how easy it is
lead
to come into and break down a lead. If you're hunting for the 3-point shot, those are lost opportunities offensively that you're giving to Team Big.
Here's point game. Rice bumps Simmons. And they call a block on Simmons.
See, now Oak should go and bring the fire.
Richardson will inbound.
No, they called it on the floor, so no shooting, so it's good right there.
Glenn is just so crafty with the basketball. He doesn't have to go too fast.
He's going at Clark and draws the foul on Clark.
Now Oak can use it if he wants.
Now, now Charles Oakley's going to use his Bring the Fire challenge.
I haven't seen Oak run that fast. The burst was...
You see it was all in the first step, man. It's all in the first step.
You know the deal. You can challenge that shooting foul and make this offensive player earn those points by going one-on-one. So this is for the game. Here's Rice. Clark backs him down for the win. Hangs, no. Good defense, Earl Clark.
You're talking about a defensive player of the year with length. Look at how he has his leverage right there.
Yeah, well, it's tough to back down a bigger defender as well. I mean, you got to figure out a way to create the space. And like you said, Glenn Rice Jr. is very tricky with being able to do that. But on this particular occasion, the defense, once again, holds court.
Yeah, this game has kind of shrunk the score.
Right?
This is just great stuff.
Here's Clark. Driving. Oh, tried to hit Nitty.
You'd have been better shooting that one.
And threw it away.
Put it up at the rim.
Absolutely. That's a shot you have to take because if it's a turnover in the court, you lay it right back in.
Yep.
Nearly stolen. Meeks got it. To Richardson. Back to Meeks. Jody. Working on Clark. The shot. Short.
Uh-oh. Another unforced
and these unforced turnovers by Team Big, killing them.
Trying to rush to victory.
And they say that went off of Glenn Rice Jr.
I'd like to see that. You got to go to the monitor or something like that.
Well, I know Jay Rich was signaling for to take a look at that again.
Simmons. No. Here's Meeks, had it to Rice. There's the game. And it's Team 3 victorious. And they win the 2023 Big 3 All-Star Game.
Ending wasn't pretty, Nancy, but finally able to get it done.
Well,
a long shot.
And how about everybody congratulating, dapping up Jaylen Brown there? I think they understand the importance
of what he did,
exactly.
The sacrifice. Yep.
And coming out here to play.
And being a part of something really bigger than himself because he's an influencer. And this is going to change the landscape for the Big 3 and for NBA players to come who want to be a part of this.
Well, it was Team 3 led by the Iceman George Gervin. Jaylen Brown participated in it. A historic day. The All-Star Game. When we come back, we'll hear from the MVP. Nancy, appreciate you. We'll be right back. Well, next Saturday, it's college football season here on CBS. We got two great games to kick things off, beginning with a Big Ten matchup between third-ranked Ohio State and Indiana. Then in prime time, Texas Tech takes on Wyoming. It all begins 2 Eastern with college football kickoff, followed by college football today. That's all next Saturday on CBS. Jody Meeks was the Big 3 All-Star Game MVP. 15 points to lead Team 3. Coming up, the championship game here on CBS.